Welcome back to Renegade GCM. Today we have a gameplay with Red Sanji, the Shanks version, versus Purple Luffy. Opponent chooses to go first, taking a mulligan. They get their Law Searcher out, getting the 6-drop Sanji blocker 2k counter. We have 2 Dawn to work with starting out. We're just going to deploy Uda. We're going to grab a red-haired pirate. We're going to grab Yasop. And we cannot attack, so we're just going to end turn. So in hand we have a couple 4-drop Luffys, the 6k vanillas. We have a Yasop, the 5 and the 6-drop, and then a 3-drop Shariah. We do run the Shariah just because it's good into the black-yellow Luffy matchup, the red-purple kid, or the Luffy. So 5 and a 5 here. It's a 1k. We're just debating. We're on the even curve here. We're just going to get rid of an extra Luffy that we have. So they have the 5-drop, 5k Law blocker. So we're at 4 Dawn here. We're going to chip in 5. See what they want to do here. They give us a card, which they do. So we're at 4 Dawn. We're going to deploy our 6-drop vanilla Luffy, giving it rush with our leader effect, and going 6 into 5 here. See if they want to give us a 2k, which they do. And we'll just pass it back to them. So Luffy's at 6 Dawn. So next turn we're going to be at our 6 Dawn turn as well. So we're just debating if we want to go with a Yasop and get a little extra damage in with the leader. So I'm going to go 6 into 8 here. We're going to let it go. Too many counters. We don't have any 2K, so we don't want to empty our hand too early. They're going to play out their Zoro Joro, which is a searcher for them. And they got the Luffy Taro. So here we're at 6 Dawn. We're going to swing 5 with leader first. They have 6 cards in hand. So just trying to get some of that hand size down. So here we're debating if we want to play double Shariah. But we're going to play 1 Shariah. And we're going to put 3 on Uda and just make some use of her. And they do take that hit, surprisingly. So opponents at 9 Dawn now, they could be playing their... They could have played the 9-drop Luffy, but they play Yusahachi to rest our blocker. They're going to go 5 into Uda. They can have it. We still haven't drawn any 2Ks yet, which is kind of unfortunate. So 6 into 4 here. We don't value the Shariah as much in this matchup as we do other matchups. So we just let it go. So they're going to deploy their 6-drop Sanji, the one with blocker, and passing it back to us. So here we're at 8 Dawn. We did draw the 8-drop 10k Shanks that we could give rush. Or we could play the Yasop here, giving our leader plus 1,000 and attacking for 6. Still leaving 3 open Dawn, which we're going to deploy the Shariah here. Just passing it over to them. We want to develop our board instead of just keep swinging one, deploying 1 and swinging 1. And plus giving Sanji the rotation of a 6k leader is pretty good. So here they deploy their 9-drop Linlin. More than likely, they're going to put the Shariah at the bottom of life. Nope, they went with the Yasop. 6 into 6 here. It's just a 1k. We're going to use the Uda. They have like 2 more swings technically if they wanted it. So 6 into 6 again. We're going to use the Shariah with a... we're going to give them the 1k counter from Yasop. So now it's a 6k until the beginning of our turn. So 6 into 6 here. We're going to take that, get to Ben Beckman, the 7-drop from OP09. We draw a 2k finally. So we have some options here. We could go with the Ben Beckman that is going to be able to trash something on play. We're going to trash their blocker. giving our leader 3 Dawn, going 8 into the Zorojoro. And we're just probably going to pass turn. We have the Shiraya blocker now. They're going to play Luffy Taro and into the Sangoro. Going 9 into 5 here. We're going to take that. We got the Loopy Searcher trigger, so we're going to use the trigger and get a 2k Beppo. So here they're going to go 8, which is great because we just used Shirai and we only need a 1k. So we're going to give them the Ben Beckman Vanilla. And now our Shirai is an 8k, so they can't even take it out with what they have available to swing. They have a 6k swing, but they passed it to us. So here we're at 10 Dawn. We're going to deploy the 8 drop Shanks, giving it Rush. Putting 2 Dawn on our debating here. If we want to put it on the leader, that makes it a 7k. But we're going to put it on Shiraya, making it a 6k swing. And then we're going to put 6, go 6 for the leader into Luffy. To give us a 2k, we have a 7k swing. They take that. And then we have a 10k swing as well. And they take that. So we're still at 4 life. They do have lethal on board, technically. But we did able to accumulate some 2k counters in hand. So we have 6k worth of counter. So I don't think they can really get it, but they're at 10 Dawn, so. So they have the 9 drop, 9k Lin Lin, the 8k Lupitaro, the 5 drop, 6k Sangoro, which they're going to give a Dawn and go into our Beckman here. With only 1 blocker presented on their side of the field, and 9 Dawn left, so we feel like they have a rush guy coming too. But we're going to use a 2k here. We're going to try to save our board so that we can try to close out the game next turn. So here's just another 2k, and the attacks are going after our character. Attacks are not swinging into us, so. Because if that Lupitaro came at me, I'd have to use more cards in hand. So 7 and 7 here. We're going to save it again. Now they have the 9k Lin Lin, which can still swing. If they want to go for Ben Beckman, they can have it. If not, they can hit us and give us a life. So they went 10. They're going to go 10 into the Shanks. They got it. And they still have 6 open Dawn here. But they focused a lot of their turn trying to remove our board, which kept us out of the red zone. So 7 and 7 here. They get it. And they have the Uchiharu, which is a 3k stat, so they could give it to Dawn and potentially take out Shiraya if they wanted to, leaving us completely empty. Because they have 5 Dawn. 6 cards in hand still for them. So what are they? They're playing the Blocker Kid. Okay. Blocker Kid's good. Alright, so we draw the 2k. Not the greatest. So we're going to do some Dawn manage. I think we're going to put, what, 1, 2, 3. Thinking about putting 5 Dawn here on the Shiraya. But if we go 4, it'll go into it as well. Alright, so opponent had 1, 2, 3, 4k worth of counter. So yeah, if we would have put our Dawn either way, they would have used the blocker on the first one, and they wouldn't have been able to counter out of the second one. So you see Sanji was able to keep up with Purple Luffy. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. More content coming.